Don't matter. Cool.
We can start with questions.
Go.
I always do this.
Then we get rolling, right?
Yeah, you take forever though.
So take yesterday, the momentum just into the new year. How good does it feel?
It's amazing, right, to end off the season with a win, right? Going into next year, building that confidence and all that stuff that we got going on. So I think for me it was a huge win, right? It was one of those games that you want to be in and be a part of, going in overtime, shot for shot. Wish it wasn't like that, but it ended like that, and we ended off with a dub. But I'm proud of Bryce on how he overcame everything. That was a big step for him. He held his head high, believed in his faith, and that guy he came out to be who he's supposed to be. You know what I mean? And he's just going to keep building from there.
When we talk about Coach Canales, the highs and lows all year, but it seems like every time we've talked to him, seen him, positivity. Is that just who he is 24/7?
Nah, for sure. I just talked to him and told him, I was like, man, I ain't believe it at first, because a lot of people say a lot of stuff, but that guy, he stayed consistent the whole time, whether we won, lost, got blown out, won by a lot. You know what I mean? He stayed consistent the whole time. So I tip off my hat to him. He got all my respect. You know what I mean? And I thought he did well for the first year.
How did that conversation go? Did y'all talk about the future?
It's too much information for y'all. But we just talk. It is what it is. Trying to come back, and we'll see.
Shaq, you've been in this locker room through a Super Bowl year and also one of the more challenging times. What's your perspective on what's building right now?
I think Canales really has something good going. I think a lot of guys, you could definitely tell in the second half that really bought in, right? And that all these games turned out to be fun, whether we lost or whether we won. They were fun games. You know what I mean? Guys came in here ready to work, ready to grind, and stuff like that. You can see everybody in here that did not quit, right? Ended off with a dub. You could have left guys could have lost that game and just said F it. You know what I mean? But the guys showed up, they played, they won. We felt the energy, that vibe in the locker room, and it felt good.
What changed? What's different? Why do you think that was the case?
I just think guys just bought in the second half. We know we're better than what we were in the first half, right? We got a lot of great players, and we know a lot of teams got great players, but we kind of just all figured it out and brought it together. Offense is playing well, defense playing well, special teams playing well. So,
Shaq, how are you feeling physically and mentally? It's been a couple years for you.
I feel great. I feel great. I'm ahead of schedule right now. I started jogging on the field in a couple weeks, so I feel great.
We've heard importance of stability in this franchise. This has been a year where bringing the coach back, the GM back, the quarterback seems to be in place. How important is that given the previous years?
That's just building the culture, right? You can't build if everything keeps leaving. So I think they're doing the right job getting guys in here to build for the future and to help Bryce and to help this defense. I think they're doing a good job just keeping guys in, rotating guys, trying to find out who's the best fit for their culture. And so hats off to them.
Shaq, you were drafted here. You've been here for a while. Is that a motivator for you wanting to come back and stay in Carolina?
Yeah, I would love to end my career here. You know what I mean? We're one of the guys in history to play with one team. But it's up to them, right? These two injuries were fluky. Everybody knows about the one last year, and of course about this one this year. There's nothing I can do. But it happened. Get better and come back stronger.
When you got injured, you were playing some really good ball. How much do you feel like you have left in the tank?
You think I'm done? Nah, probably got about 3 to 4 left in me. Yeah, walking up out of here.
Shaq, what's Thomas Davis situation had him inform you about years? Like he was the guy who we all thought would finish his career here and end up going with Rondo to Washington?
I think he went to the Chargers first, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Nah, no problem. I got you, bro. It just lets you know, just like the business. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in his position now, right? Drafted Trev, you know what I mean? I'm in TD's position. I'm just happy to see the young guys spin, you know what I mean? Trev, I think he played well when he was out there, and I can't be more excited for him, you know what I mean? So that is on that, but TD just gives me a lot of motivation to get back. Everybody knows what he went through, and I got really nothing compared to that in my head, so I feel like I can come back from it.
What makes it personal to you to try to finish it here? And
What makes it personal? just thinking it's cool to finish their whole career with one team. You know what I mean? Like, you talk to a lot of guys, a lot of people who've been with multiple teams, right? Whether it's 5 years, 10 years, 2 years, it is what it is. But it'll be a blessing to finish my career off here. You know what I mean? But it's up to them. It's how they view me or see me, if I'm part of the future or not. It is what it is. I'm just here to get healthy, and that's about it.
The defense was on the wrong side of history. I'm sure you know that.
I did not.
Oh, really?
No.
Most points given up in NFL history.
How many points was it?
534, was it? Yeah. 534. There will be some questions about Evero. What are your thoughts on him as a DC?
I think Evero's a hell of a DC. You know what I mean? You got to understand what he was dealt with and how he had to use his cards with all the people he had. You know what I mean? It's probably not as easy when you lose two of your starters. We lose some guys last year, you know what I mean? Trying to build, like he said, the stability around everything, you know what I mean? It's hard to be stable, especially on defense, when guys just keep coming in, you know what I mean? You got to rebuild that culture, you know what I mean? You got to trust that player if he's going to do his job or if not, right? Like, all that stuff matters within a team and the organization, but especially on the defense. You got to feel comfortable playing with the guy next to you, you know what I mean? That's just games, experience, years, you know what I mean, all that. But I think EJ's done a great job, you know what I mean? Just plugging in people, trying to make plays from people, getting people, dealing with the young guys, having them play well. I think he's done a great job.
There have been questions about the scheme, 3-4 versus 4-3. Does that matter?
Should I find some ballers? You find ballers that can fit in any scheme and make it work.
Outside of your own, motivation, do you feel a personal responsibility as a leader to be out there on the field to show that Evero is, the guy to lead this defense?
I think he can lead with anybody. You know what I mean? It's just it's on the guys to go in there, study, and prepare, right? You got to be ready for Sunday.
You've had optimism at this point in other years coming in, leading up. What makes this one feel different, maybe?
I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't know to answer your question. My biggest thing right now that I'm focused on is just getting healthy. How the chips fall is how they fall. You know what I mean? I know God has me. My family got my back, and they're going to go with me wherever I go. So if it's here, I'll be here. But if it's not, then I understand it's a business.
Is that optimism even spill over to ownership now?
Nah. Like I said, I'm just focused on getting healthy.
Shaq, you've spent a lot of time with Derek in the air this season, more than either one of you wanted. How's he held up through that?
Hey, Derek, they got a question for you, bro, that I can't ask or answer.
We've already
Come in here.
asked it of him. What's the question?
Derek's right here. You can ask the man yourself.
We were just talking about you two spending as much time in there this season as you have.
Yeah, it's been a long one. We've been there. What?
Ideal.
No, hell no, not at all. I don't know. I hope to never do it again, to be honest.
But that's just me and Derek got a lot closer in there. Just talking about life, football, businesses, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You start thinking about a lot of stuff like that, and just going through the whole treatment process together. You know what I mean? I know he had went out before me, but we damn near on the same progress of coming back together. So I'm excited. You know what I mean? Derek's one of the guys I missed when he went down. You know what I mean? He was a big part of this defense, big part of that up front. You know what I mean? He's a big part of us stopping the run, or even getting penetration, allowing me and Josie just to play fast and go over the top. So that's one guy that definitely you need on that defense.